Good afternoon guys, my name is Clement Joe. Welcome back to a new Minecraft YouTube live stream on the Survivor Legacy world. Welcome. We're live. Just gonna quickly do what I have to do each stream now. I need to take the stream. I need to take the live stream and go and put it onto my Discord server because the bot no longer works. Which, you know, it's frustrating that the bot now no longer works, but hey ho, what can we do? So what I've been doing instead is going to the channel, muting the stream, muting my sound because I don't like hearing my own voice back at 2 seconds after I've set the line itself. So going to go to Discord. Here we go. I'm gonna click the Discord server right here, and then we're gonna go here, and I'm going to put it in the announcements chat. The stream is live at everyone. Here we go. Perfect. Now, fantastic. So now we're live. We're live on the Survivor Legacy YouTube channel. So I think we're gonna have a bit of fun today. I think we're gonna have a bit of fun. We're gonna go and find a place. We're actually gonna go to a whole different part of the world. Actually, let's just leave the game a minute. We're gonna put it onto easy mode. I'm gonna put it onto easy mode because I'm gonna try something. I think it'd be fun. Right, so we're gonna go into the middle of nowhere. In fact, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Actually, I don't know if we got anyone in the stream right now, but I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. You guys are going to decide where we go. Left, right. Are we going to go left, right, up or down? Pick one. Pick left, right, up or down. Everyone in the stream comment. Actually, let me put it as a poll. Left, right, up, down. Where should we go? Question mark. Put the poll in. Thank you to the person who liked the stream. That's really kind of you. Alright, the poll's in. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge. I got an idea. I got a real fun idea for what we can build, what we can do. So I am going to grab things that I think we might need. Let's just get rid of the map. We're gonna go. We're on open road. We're gonna build whatever we want. Would I want that? No, I won't. So I've already got an okay shovel, sword, things that I'll need. I want a bow, but I've mistakenly placed the bow that I would have took. Take this one with me. This is all we'll take. So, can you guys see the stream? Can you guys see the stream? Like, I don't even know if you guys can see anything. But, guys, answer the poll, please. Answer the poll. Left, right, up, or down. We're going to build something. We're going to go to the middle of nowhere. So you get to pick. So right is this way. Fine, we've got one vote, so that's enough for that. We're going to go this way then. We are going to go this way. because it happens to be that where my TV is, my right hand would have been, it was this way. My right hand was this way, so we're going to go this way. Hello YouTuber Hubu, welcome to the stream. Right, we're gonna go this way. We're gonna build a house in the middle of, we're gonna build a little house in the middle of absolutely nowhere, because that's just a cool idea to do. We're gonna build a house in the middle of nowhere because why not? So hello to everyone else that's joined this stream. 10 of you have watched this stream in the first 5 minutes. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so what we're going to do then, basically it's going to turn night time, so we are going to have to fight some mobs. So I brought I brought a weapon. We are going to have to fight some Minecraft mobs, so that's going to happen. Hello Ronan Cop, welcome to the stream. One thing that we are going to need, guys, which we are going to run out of, is food. Hello Not James, welcome to the stream. So that's something that we've forgotten. Food. We're gonna have to hunt some mobs. I'm just hoping that this chest here has some food in it at the moment. No. Has a map though. Wow. I'm not gonna turn down some coal. Right, so we're gonna go this. Hold on a minute. What? This is Silk Touch, so we'll leave that there then. Okay, let's pop up here. Welcome to the stream, everybody that's here right now. Welcome. I hope you're all having a great day. We are live on this channel. Hello, Minion. Welcome to stream. My name's Ted Bundy. Burger said that I should turn around. Burger said I should turn around and turn that into a Discord sound effect. Why is my name Ted Bundy? Apparently, I think I should. Just halfway through the stream. Chat. Why is my name Ted Bundy? You should. I think I should. I think it would be pretty funny. Okay, fantastic. We've just killed a cow. We've got a bit of beef. We can replenish our health. Top 10 most famous Joe stream moments. Nah, the most famous. I know what the most famous is. The most famous. Bloody Jesus. The most famous Joe stream moment would be on Decepted's YouTube channel. I inadvertently, he told me that he was going AFK, so I jokingly started singing. He came back, laughed at what I was singing, then fell off the back of his chair whilst on stream. I started choking on singing pineapple, 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 and then he jokingly fell off the back of his chair. Not jokingly, he generally did fall off the back of his chair, which was hilarious. He fell off the back of his chair. I choked after singing the song Pineapple, Pineapple, Pineapple. Why am I crouching? So, what we're doing, everybody, is we're going to go to the middle of nowhere and build a hobbit house. But we can only build the hobbit house out of materials that we find there. So we have no materials here. Hello GBG bros, welcome to the stream. Yeah, we can only, for this challenge guys, we're going to build a hobbit house in the middle of nowhere, but we can only build the hobbit house out of materials that we find. So, but I inadvertently didn't realise that it had become night. We started it in daytime, but as we got over here it's become night, so we are having to like fight our way across the land here. We have no food at all, so this is going to be fun. There's a the challenge ahead. We're riding over to the challenge ahead. We have to go and fight for our survival here. We have to fight for our survival. So we're gonna go into the journey now. Right, we're gonna go this way then. I put it up as a poll. Should we go left, right? And somebody said I should go right, and what I defined as right was what was opposite my right hand, what was next to my right hand, and it happened to be on my screen. My right hand pointed this way because where my TV was. So I think I know. I think I've got a suspicion I know where we are. I swear there's like a little mini village over here. I swear there's like a little mini village here. Yeah, there is. I partially know where we are then. There's just a little mini village here. There's no actual villages here, so... There's no actual villages. Villagers never spawned in this place. And in fact... It's that old. There's gravel here instead of... Oh no, there is... A natural villager! A natural villager spawned here after 9 years. Sorry, 8 years, because when I expanded the world. Hold on. Is there any more? Cleric, hold on, you want 40 pieces. I haven't got 40 pieces, but... Wow. Some people are going to be like... It's just a Minecraft. Some people on the stream are going to be like, it's just a village. But no villagers have... Hello, Martin. Welcome to the stream. Some people are going to be like, it's just a village. But we've never had a village, any villagers there at all. You good? I'm 100% good. How are you? I've had this village. I've always said that there wasn't a village on my world, but there is. There's a little tiny village, but there's never been any villages there. But when a villager's naturally spawned here for the first time ever. So I'm shocked, really. I'm doing fine too. That's good to hear. We're going to... We're going to shoot this way and see what we find. I have no food left at all. I've got a strong suspicion I know that there's a house across here. I know I built one next to a huge lake across here. Somewhere. I know I built one. There's a huge village. Somewhere across one of these areas there's a huge lake. And I built a house here. Hello Epic Pro, welcome to the stream. I know there's a massive lake across this area. It's got to be this way. Repellents. You still building or not? Well, I'm always building. But the challenge here today is we're going to build a house out of materials that we find where we want to build. And at the moment I'm just searching because I'm convinced there's a house across here. I'm convinced there's a random house in the middle of nowhere here. I know I built a house next to a huge lake. I know I built a house next to a lake and I'm convinced it's across here. Whoa, you devil, you devil. I can't stay for long. Yeah. I know there's a house across here. Yes, there is. I've got him. I know where I am. This is the first time I've come across. We'll stay longer, but I'm also busy myself. I'm building something myself. Yeah. I'm also quite busy at the moment in the fact that I'm working on a novel at the same time. I've been working on a novel behind the scenes for months. this is the house that I was looking for, guys. I built this months ago on stream. I built this house in the middle of nowhere. Maybe this is where I should just come in the future. You little creepy devil. There, got him. We have actually got a book out right now, everybody, just to promote it on here a little bit. I never decorated this place enough. Did I put a bed up here? Yes, I did. Maybe we should just live here as a... Maybe we should just live here. From now on, why don't we just live here as a joke? A solitary life. Need to work on the house. I'm busy building all the levels to the back rooms. Well, that's one way to survive it. We'll just let all the mobs fight each other. So, all I'll do, I'll patch this up a bit, put a bit of grass there, and break this tree down, or break that. But yeah, we'll just let the grass repair itself there. So I have to go, that's alright. I'm new, old. I'm more old-fashioned because I prefer old Minecraft over new Minecraft. I prefer Minecraft how it was when I was younger, if you get what I mean. Some people, most people nowadays would say, people that... It's one of those, people like it differently. Nostalgia to me is different. You're probably a couple of years younger than I am, Epic Pro. So, or maybe more than a couple. But what's nostalgia for me might not be nostalgia for you. What I see as nostalgia, because the thing with nostalgia is it affects everyone differently. What I would call nostalgia, like video games that I might call nostalgia, you wouldn't call nostalgia. Yeah, I think they clean it each day. I think they clean it each time though, Pixel King. Japan is really thing for that. Japan is one of the cleanest countries in the world in that regard. In Japan, you hardly see mess anywhere. In fact, Japanese culture is very much about being clean. Yeah, that's true. Well, they wouldn't. Basically, it would be cleaned all the time. So in the World Cup, in the Qatar World Cup of 2022, the Japanese fans right at the end of the match turned around and then started picking up all their rubbish that they'd left. JoJo reference. No? Not that I'm aware of. What even is that? A cow. I need a cow. I need food. So, sorry cow. The sun. We haven't got any set. Well, no, Minecraft is older than that. I don't know. Oh, another cow. We need food, so I'm just gonna have to. Yup. But yeah, he dropped a fair amount, didn't he? It's a stand. A stand, as in something that holds things up. I know a way to get subscribers. Really? What's that? We're gonna prey on cows. That sounds wrong. We need more food. I have Aqua Infinity on, don't I? So that's why we look a bit. I subscribed. Oh, thank you. That's really kind of you. We are currently aiming to hit 6,700 by the end of this month. We are. I can't actually see from my screen. We're 60 away at the moment. I honestly thought that was an entity there then. Subscribers only stream. Subscribers only Steam. Do you mean stream? You could do that. Yes, you could do that, but then you can watch. A subscribers only stream is not how it works. Basically, you can set the comments to subscribers only, but you can't. You can set it to subscribers only. That's the comment section, but they can still watch with no not being subscribed. Hello, speak Spanish. I cannot speak Spanish, I'm afraid. I can say hola and gracias. I can say hello and thank you. That's the only thing I can say. I am afraid I'm not Spanish, so I can't speak it. I really like that cottage we built a while back. I think you were indeed one of the best legacy YouTubers of 2025. Oh, thank you. That's because I'm one of the only legacy YouTubers of 2025. I don't understand. Bro, I don't understand Spanish. Como estás? Oh, I know that one, but I don't know what it is. I can't say it. I can't even Google it. Richard, how are you? Yeah, I've never been very... Do you have a pet? I did. I had a fish called Captain, but he died. 8 years ago. Sorry, 7 years ago. It died in 2018. In June. I hate fishes. What? Why, out of curiosity? Why do you hate fishes? I've got a cramp in my leg. I went on your fish died? Yeah, it died 8 years ago. Yeah, it died 8 years ago. I was in my fight. I was in my second from. I was towards the end of my penultimate year at school, so I had one more year. At school, and I was on the. When you're in the UK, when you're in year 10. Is it stopped? In the UK, when you're in year 10, which is your second from last. Yeah, that is true. Buy a new pet. Yeah, they do cost money, and plus, I've always wanted a dog, but you know they're very expensive. There's some people in the UK though that buy animals and then they can't afford them. Like they have. You want a dog? I like dogs. Yes, dogs are one of my favorite animals, but they do cost money. So, I mean, ideally, I want an elephant. Well, I mean, you take care of fishes, but really, fishes really swim around. But it's one of those. You can take fishes somewhere, really, but you got to take them in a tank because it's not that fishes are stupid. It's not that fishes are stupid. It's that they have to live in water. So if you're not going somewhere with water, then you can't take them. What you do if dog attack you? Well, a dog would not normally attack you. A dog would not normally attack you. If a dog attacks you, it's been badly trained by its owners. I mean, you know, that's normally the case. There aren't bad dogs, but some people don't train with dogs. They have to be trained. No, it's like it wants to play with you. Yeah. It's like there aren't bad dogs, but as well, there are people that don't train their dogs. So it's actually law in the UK. Yeah. Dogs get cited. It's actually law in the UK. If a dog bites you, if someone's dog walks up and bite you, some people might be shocked at this, but if you're in the UK and you own a dog, if your dog goes up and bites someone, then legally it's got to be put down because, you know, it's bit someone. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, in the UK, dog bites are governed by the Dangerous Dogs Act of 1991. Owners can face penalties, including fines and sometimes bans on dog ownership. But if a dog is seriously out of control and injures someone, then sometimes it can be the dog is put down. Like how hard? Yeah, dogs do get cited if they're teething. Yeah, so basically, you need to post videos on your channel. I do. I've got a load on my laptop to up. I basically I can explain why I haven't uploaded much recently. I've been busy. I haven't been able to upload much this year because I've been studying for a Bachelor of Science degree. I would rather focus on that. I would have rather at the time I wanted to focus on the degree, getting the degree rather than uploading, which was far more important. Like the Bachelor of Science degree, the film Bachelor of Science degree was much more important for me. What if your dog wants to poop? Well, in the UK, it's actually if a dog poops, you just pick it up. You have a dog bag on you. You pick it up. You put it in a bin. That's pretty much what happens. If a dog poos, you clean it up. It's simple. If it pees, it just pees. Like if a dog pees, like even most humans, if they're on a walk in the woods or something like that, will just turn around and, you know, piss behind a tree. It's the same for dogs. I haven't got enough dirt to repair that, so what I'm going to do is just that. Can we just talk about Minecraft? Yeah, but yeah, the reason I haven't been uploading, I have got a couple of videos I need to edit, but it was because I was focusing on my degree. That's why. What if your dog wants to drink? Well, you don't. Your dog will just automatically drink. Like that. That's the saying. You can lead an animal to water. The saying is you can lead an animal to water. Hello, Grassmiller12. Sorry, I saw your comment, but I was answering somebody else's question at the same time. So yeah, hello, Grassmiller12. Welcome. Hello, Bite Rush. Welcome to the stream. Right, I'm gonna go over here, I think. But yeah, yeah, I was. There will be some videos coming out before long, but I was focusing on making sure that I finish my degree. Pardon me, sorry, I've just burped. Ooh. How's your day been? My day's been alright. I've literally 10 minutes before I started this stream, I got back from like a 4.7 mile walk, so I've done 30,000 steps, guys, in 3 days. I've done the equivalent of nearly 10,000 steps every day every day in August. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm trying to lose a bit of weight, guys, because I struggled to walk up a hill a couple of weeks ago. I struggled to walk up a hill a couple of weeks ago, and that was like... I'm not sure though if it was because I'm overweight, or I'm not sure whether it was because I'm overweight, or whether it was because there's a creeper over there. I'm generally not sure if it was because I'm overweight or because it was really warm that day. And that's... I don't know whether it was because it was very warm that day, like 35 degrees Celsius. I'll show you what that is in Fahrenheit for the American viewers. That's 95 Fahrenheit, 35 degrees Celsius. So I couldn't tell if it was I was really warm, or village. Gotta go. That's all right. You don't have to stay and watch the stream forever. Village. As in Minecraft village, we have one on this whole world. I'll be honest with you. Your screen frozen, is it? It's not frozen for me. It's not frozen for me. It might be I'm just standing in the same place for a second, but yeah, it's not frozen for me. Yeah, it wasn't that I was frozen. I think I'd stopped. I think I'd stopped moving for 2 seconds. But yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, we've only got one village on this whole world. One village. I don't even know what's this way. We've got 3 little bits of food. Hello, Patrick. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, on the whole world we've got one village, and we have 2 villagers there. But for a long time there was no villagers there at all. Oh, I'm a little bit biased though. I really like the new villages, but then the OGs look cool as well, and so I'm not going to pass judgment because I like both. I won't pass a judgment because I actually really like both villages and think they both look cool. So I think both villages on Minecraft, like on the new ones and the old ones, both look cool. In fact, the new ones look more like villages though. That's something I will admit. The new ones actually do look like villages. They look lived in, if you get what I mean. Because they've actually got tools because in 1.14 they've actually got tools, villages actually look like they're lived in. Whereas in some of them, I found a seed that spawned the rare zombie village today. Cool. I found one of them somewhere as well. Do you know? I think I found 2 on the same world once. It was just bizarre. I didn't even know they were rare, to be honest. But yeah, I have no idea where we are at the moment, so hold on. Thought I saw something. I don't know. But I like how the zombie village looks, to be honest. Yeah, I think with the new villages do look really cool, but they look lived in. In fact, the one thing about Minecraft Bedrock though, it's like they've drew inspiration from Star Wars. Basically, before Star Wars, every science fiction film, all the science fiction stuff looks state of the art. Basically, if you watch Star Wars, you know when they go to Tatooine, in Star Wars, I suggest to all of you go and watch science fiction films before Star Wars. Every science fiction film before Star Wars, every building they're in looks new. It looks new. Whereas when you watch Star Wars, you've got alien buildings that look really old. They weathered Tatooine to make it look like it had been there for like 1,000 years. Which I think is very, very clever. I'm going to bed at 9 tonight. I'm going to bed at 11 p.m. 1 a.m. Yeah, 11 p.m. is quite late if you're 13. Most people 50. You should only really be up after 10 p.m. if you're 15, 16. I think anyway. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, if you go and watch Star Wars and go to Tatooine, Tatooine is the hello Silent GT, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Tatooine is the first Star Wars is the first set that was based science fiction that doesn't look modern. Tatooine looks like it's been there for 1,000 years. To me, I hate waking up early because it makes my day longer and boring to me. Yeah. Sometimes I hate it. Sometimes early mornings are great. Mars in a way. Yeah. Tatooine was made. Mos Eisley was made to look old. That's the first time in science fiction that it looked like the place had been there for a long time. In like a science fiction film. Which it's really clever what they did. I know where we are now because that's the amphitheatre that I was working on, but we scrapped it. I'm next Sora, by the way. That's all right. I kind of gathered that, to be honest, because when I clicked on your channel to have a look at it the other day, so I will always randomly look at some commenters' channels, and I remembered it said your old channel name was Shattered GT, so I sort of kind of gathered that you were the same person. Well, I've got so many crafting tables around here. Break this one. We do not need any food anymore because we are literally... That's literally where we come up, crossed earlier on. Just going to dump that in there. Ooh, that stuff is, we don't need any of that. The arrows will keep because the arrows are quite useful. But yeah. We've been streaming for 38 minutes. Wow. Almost halfway to 500 subs. Congratulations. Right. I think what we're going to do for a moment is break an old build that I don't think we need. We're going to go to the minigame area and break this minigame that has existed here for time. Literally, this minigame here, the one with the ladder, this has been here for literal years. I built this. It goes down really far actually, doesn't it? Hello Kobe Brian, welcome to the stream. Oh, have you built Stampy's house yet? Interesting concept. On my friend's world, yes, but then it was quite a challenging build, so we never finished it. Well, we did finish it, but it was a very hard to build. It was actually a very hard build to build. But the reason why it was so hard was because there was no videos on certain bits. There was no videos on certain bits, which made it a lot harder to do. The concept was that you would be coming up a ladder. You would come up ladders, knock your opponent off. You could either land in this water here or that water there. So you could actually try and land in the sea. There are videos, but this one guy, there was this guy back in like 2017-18 that used to do it, that did videos in like 2015-16 on how to do it. Good videos, but the problem was he had a friend who was just building bits he had a friend that was building more bits as part of it, and you couldn't see what he was doing. Right, so we're gonna get rid of this. I didn't expect this to be that quick to do. I didn't expect us to do this quickly. So, yeah, that's what I find the most frustrating bits about things like that. And what was very frustrating about it, though, is that you would spend all this time trying to work out what the builder was talking about, only to have his friend doing other bits for it and of course you can't hear him, so you don't know what he's building where the camera's not pointing, if you get what I mean. So, right, I think we're gonna have to leave that there for now because I don't have any sponges to pick up the water, but yeah, as it stands. Just want to check a notification. We're almost at 200 views on this stream, which is incredible. I just want to quickly check a notification, everybody. Can I thank all of you guys for your continued support? As it stands at the moment, we are on pace. We've just crossed 200,000. Yesterday we crossed 200,000 views for this year. Yesterday, so I want to thank you guys for that because that's just incredible. Have you moved your villagers to the custom village? You can build a wall around it to protect the village. I have hardly any villagers. I have Bob the villager. I have Rob the villager. I have Caston the villager, and then I have Jacob the villager, and that's it. Basically, we would have more, but a lot of them kept despawning. So until I can fix that issue, I don't think I'm going to have any more villagers. Let's just take some of these powered rails with me. I'm going to take some of these powered rails with me because I'm going to clear out some of this. Hello Omnivale, welcome to the stream. Let's just do that a minute. If I break that, we can condense this down to 2 chests. To 1 chest, I mean. So we're gonna pop this way. Hello, Jackson the Boss. Welcome to stream. Oh, I know of a breeder similar to the one you tried a few streams, but this works. Oh, does it? What type of breeder is that then? Because I spent a whole stream trying to breed some villagers, and it went absolutely shit. I gotta be honest, guys. And I will just be honest, it was shit. I can't even aim. it has doors involved, but you have to build in a certain way. I can send it on Discord. Okay, yeah. I spent a whole bollocks. Oh my god. I mean, I've just picked up some sandstone. We can use some of this here to fix this. This is a mini game that I built. Husks. Yeah, Husks exists in this version. They're on Husks are on this version because of the desert. Should I send it? You can. No, that's only for your own content. Just put it in the Minecraft chat. YouTube self promo is for your own content, really. It's basically my way of sharing the love. So you guys can promote all your YouTube content in the YouTube self promote one. It's basically sharing the love. We've got a massive fan base in there now with 75 people at the moment. And it's basically everyone sharing what they've done. Sharing their work, their content. So it's the community aspect. It's not just about me, it's a server for all. Have you played Alpha? I have not. In fact, I might have. I know I played Java Edition in school when it was in 2011, when it took off initially. I need to get into the house because I'm literally on 3 hunger. I sent the breeder in the south promo one. Okay. Oh, one of these. Oh, it's an OBX Toy Cat video. Yeah, that. Oh, bollocks. Anything that can go wrong, guys, is going wrong. But, guys, I got to admit, it's kind of happy that... I am very, very happy that we've got these, then. There we go. I'll probably use that for a YouTube video. What's the Minecraft chat called? It's just under build ideas. It's called Minecraft chat. No one's used it in, well, basically the last thing, apparently I played Wordle in there, but it's normally about, I played Wordle in there. It's mainly where people can put in Minecraft stuff, really. That's what it's for. That was lovely. That was lovely. Yeah, it's... I'll be back in a second. We did have one. We had one called Video Chat, but we had one called Video Chat, which I got rid of because no one used it. That was lovely. Thank you, Jackson. That's really kind of you. Yeah, the Discord server started out as yes. Yeah, I didn't realize I was muted. One day I will get a grey hand. Yeah, I didn't realize. Yeah, it was the reason we got rid of the video chat was because there was a point when no one was using it. But yeah, we'll bring that back. Powered rails. We've got normal rails. Ladders. But yeah, that was lovely. How long was I muted for, guys? I wasn't aware how long I was muted for. But did you say what the media microchat was? Oh bollocks! I said yeah. I said it's under build ideas. You have general build ideas, Minecraft chat. Then we have writing discussion, movies and TV, questionable short films, which is a thing I put where I put funny short films that I found. YouTube self promo. We have therapy, football chat, therapy chat, core facts, and then I've just put media. I've separated movies, media, and movies because on the Septed server, we called one movies and media, and then it just got inundated with YouTube videos. Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, to answer your question, guys, yeah, the Discord server started out initially as a little group chat thing. And me and Decepted were like, well, so many people want to join it now. Why don't we just get rid of this little group chat thing and just make a server? And we did. We got rid of... Basically, yeah, I muted it because there was some teenagers went past just being really loud. So I muted the mic and then I forgot to unmute it. I one day get grey hand. Do you mean grey hairs? Teenagers, yeah, but then teenagers can be anything from 13 to 19. So I think they're about 19. I think they were about 19. I think they were about 18 or 19. Because one of them looked like they had alcohol in their hands. And in the UK, not in America, it's 21. In the UK, it's 18. So you can post it in whatever of them, Bite Rush. It doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter what you post it in, to be honest. Yeah, the UK. Yeah, the legal age of drink in the UK is 18, and it's been 18 forever. America used to be 18, but people like Michael Jackson, people like Michael Jackson campaigned to get it changed to 21. But at 21, you've been an adult for 3 years. How can you vote for your US president at 18 and then not drink alcohol? Well, they want to change it. They want to lower the voting age to 16, but that's Labour want to change the voting age to 16. Why should you be allowed to? At 18, neither of well, no, I have tried alcohol. I gotta be honest though, everyone. Like, Labour want to make it so that 16-year-olds can vote vote in elections. But that means in 2029, people born in 2013 will be able to vote if they do that. In 2029, people born in 2011 will be able to vote in the next election because they would be 18. People that are 11, because basically, shall I explain how the UK system works? Basically, the UK system is whoever wins the if you win a majority of the seats in the Houses of Parliament. I've never voted for any of the recent presidents. I don't blame you, because you Americans put the wrong people in. Like, you put two granddads in charge. Like, I find it hilarious. In 2020, in 2020 and 2028, in 2020 and 2024, America elected two 78-year-olds into the presidency. In 2022, the UK had its youngest prime minister in 200 years. Our prime minister was 42 years old when he became prime minister at the time. Now we've got an older prime minister, of course, but in fact, the oldest UK prime minister was 82, I think. Winston Churchill was 81 when he left office, but he only left office. He should have left office earlier. Winston Churchill hid the fact that he'd had a stroke and well, I wouldn't say he wasn't fit. At the start he was, but you know, you shouldn't. At 80 years old, that's when most people have retired. You shouldn't be running a country, and that also goes for Trump as well. Like, at 80 years old, you shouldn't be running a country. But America stabbed themselves in the foot. You Americans stab yourself in the foot by saying nobody under 35 can run. In the UK, our youngest prime minister was 24 years old. Our youngest prime minister was 24 years old and was prime minister from 24 to 42. Never like anything political. But then that is an issue as well, though. If you sit on the side, on the side and don't vote, do you sit and watch somebody come in that shouldn't be as well? Yeah, the youngest prime minister. In a year's time, I will be the same age the youngest prime minister of the UK history was when he became prime minister. The youngest prime minister, William Pitt the Younger. The reason they call him the Younger was because his dad was prime minister. Because his dad was prime minister as well. No, because the Prime Minister controls the government. The Prime Minister is the head of the British government, but isn't the head of state. It's better. There's a reason why, for example, a Donald Trump-like figure that wants to just... For example, a Donald Trump-like figure that wants to rip apart the US Constitution. I'm joking, guys. Somebody like Hitler, for example, would never be able to take off under the British government, because there's always... Basically, the reason the British government's such a stable government is because the British Prime Minister can't do anything without the consent of the monarch. And the British monarch, can turn around and sack the Prime Minister if necessary. If necessary, King Charles III can turn around and go, Mr. Starmer, you're fired, and hire somebody else. The King would never do that, of course, but because there's somebody greater above the Prime Minister, a dictator could never take over the UK. A dictator could never take over the UK government, because there's always someone above them that can rein them in. Like the monarch is reigned in by the Parliament, but the Prime Minister is reigned in by the monarch. It's an interesting concept, but it works, which is why honestly, guys, most people say monarchy is old-fashioned. Most people say monarchy is old-fashioned, but out of the top 20 most stable, politically stable countries in the world, 18 of them are monarchies. Monarchies actually work. In fact, most of the countries that aren't stable are all republics. because you know that you get to the point where, like, the president of El Salvador yesterday got rid of term limits, meaning he can run again. You know, there's a Republican system only works, like America, for example. The American system works because you have the US Congress, whereas there are some countries where the president has absolute control. With America, though, I think your US president has too much control, whereas the British Prime Minister doesn't have control of the armies. Yeah. But the UK government, the Prime Minister has no control over the army. The Prime Minister has no control of the army. Unlike the US President, which, you know, he's the Commander-in-Chief, the President can turn around and say, right, we're going to war with Japan tomorrow. Whereas the British Prime Minister, if he wants to go to war, he has to go and ask the British Parliament, and if the British Parliament say yes, he then has to go to the monarch and ask. If the monarch agrees, then they go to war. But if the monarch says no, they can't go to war. But most of the times the monarch does what the Parliament says. But it's interesting. Hello, Ali Carter. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, it's an interesting concept. But yeah, it's why the British government is very stable, because the British Prime Minister can be reined in. So it's an interesting concept. But yeah, out of the 20 most stable countries on Earth, on the planet, 18 of them are monarchies. The US doesn't. Well, the US doesn't have anyone that can be a monarch, though. The only monarch you can have is if you go back in time. The US can't have a monarchy. Like, the US won't have a monarchy, because who would you give it to? You can't turn around and go, all right, so you're... Because what some people would do, though, Pixel King, is go back and say, well, I like this president, he should be monarch. You can't go back, because America have no thing. The only person you can go and look back to is go, well, King George III was king of America back in 1760 to 1776. So it will have to go to whoever his living successor is, and the living successor is Charles III. So America wouldn't turn around and go, well, Charles III be our king, because the reason then, and most Americans would go, well, didn't we fight to get... Most Americans would then go and say, well, didn't we fight a revolutionary war to get away from the British monarchy, and now you've gone straight back to it. But there was a thing recently, because of Donald Trump saying about he wants Canada to be the 51st state. A lot of Canadians want to... Are you playing Java? No, I'm playing Legacy Console Edition Nintendo Switch, I'm afraid. Honestly, Pixel King, because Donald Trump said, oh, I want to join... I want Canada to become the 51st state. Most Canadians want to rejoin the UK. If Donald Trump were to do that, most Canadians want Canada to become part of the UK again, just so Trump can't get Canada. And it's an interesting thing of just how desperate are people willing to go. Plus, Canada actually has more in common with the British, which I find quite funny. Actually, because Canada was one of the most loyal members of the British Empire, really. In World War One, World War Two, Canada was straight there. Canada was straight to the British side. It was straight there, sending troops into battle. It's an interesting concept. We've just hit my height and views, 175 views. So we're at 175 views. So we've hit my height and views, which is fantastic. I need to stop. I need to find new jokes. I need to stop making that joke. I need to find new jokes. I need to stop making that joke, but yeah. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, but there's a reason why. Canada and the UK have literally the same laws. Basically, what's a crime in the UK is a crime in Canada. Canada's laws are exactly the same as the UK's because they're both like the King of Canada is the King of the UK. Like Charles III of the King Charles III is already King of Canada. He's been King of Canada. The British monarchy has never left Canada. Canada still call themselves a kingdom. No, but there was no Canada at the time. I think it was called what was it called? It was called something. It wasn't even called Canada. It was called Hudson something. What was Canada's name at the time? It was something else. It wasn't called Canada. It was called a lot of before the current name of Canada was officially adopted, there were several other names considered. Albianora, Beralia, Britannia, Cabotia, Hochlaga, Norland, Superior, Translantia, Topona, and Victoria Land, and then they called it Canada. Some parts of Canada was originally just called the original names. There was loads of names that they would consider calling it. Yeah, Canada. It's called Canada now. But originally they called it. I think they called it the Hudson Company at one point, because the British Empire had many districts. So there was a British company that basically owned parts of the world. And, the East India Trading Company, actually, which was an English company that existed for years, that literally, for a period of 300 years, they were a company that owned their own state, pretty much, which was ridiculous. And then, eventually, it all become part of the British Empire when it folded. It's an interesting concept, but, yeah. But I was talking to a Canadian person on my stream, and they said that Canadians want to rejoin the UK if Trump goes ahead and actually tries to annex it. Which is why during the there was something recently. There was something really interesting recently that I read. That was it. During the 80th anniversary, of a major battle in the war earlier on in the year, the Second World War, a lot of Canadians people fought there, and King Charles III called himself, because he is actually King of Canada, and he said the word to try and go Trump a bit. He said about how many British and Canadian people lost their lives fighting to free France from the Germans, and France and Italy. And he said, and I can say that as king of the UK, and of Canada. And that was him goading Trump, saying, I'm the king, and they'd rather have me than you. And that was him sort of goading him a bit, which he never got the Trump. Luckily, didn't understand what he was doing, which I'm kind of glad, because I think he would have had a no, I'm the king. Yeah, it was basically King Charles III was actually goading Trump, saying, well, you want Canada, but Canada still call me king. And him saying that, I thought was really clever. I thought, fair play, Charles. You're trying to goad him a bit. I thought it was funny. But I love a comedian. That one of my favourite comedians called him the Dorito in Chief. Hello, GBG bros. Welcome to the stream. Oh, got itchy nose. Yeah, one of my favourite British comedians. He does fake political news dramas. He acts as a fake news reporter. Not as in fake news, but he acts as if he's a news reporter. And then he cuts to make it look like he's just saying his opinion off camera, and he called Donald Trump the America's Dorito in Chief, which was a thing on how much fake tan he wears. Oh, thank you to the people who subscribe, by the way. That's really kind to you. We are currently 59. Yeah, this British comedian, he used to rip into him a lot about, there was one about school shootings, and about Trump offered thoughts, not prayers. No, prayers, not he offered prayers, and Trump said, the comedian goes, he offered prayers, not thoughts. He goes, because this president doesn't really do thinking, does he? And there's a real funny one about, you got Trump saying, arm the teachers, lock and load, it's double mass. He goes, and then the comedian goes, actually, if my teacher had had an AR-15, I might have actually paid attention. I wouldn't have spiked his tea with laxatives. I'm like, fair play. That's what people in the UK used to do. When their teacher left the room, they used to go and spike the tea. I know my dad did it with metal filings. He fired a metal rod into his tea, so he was drinking little. But yeah, I won't judge. Yeah, back in the day in the UK, guys, like in the 70s, 80s, 90s, so if a teacher left the room, you used to go and spike their tea with something. So this comedian admitted to spiking his teacher's tea with laxatives. I hope everyone in here knows what laxatives is. I would hope so anyway. It basically, if you take laxatives, it makes you it gives you the shits. And yeah, so this teacher was going to the toilet every day. Well, every 20 minutes. Oh god, yeah, so why not? Well, there's a comedy series. It's a British comedy series from like the 70s. Back in the day, this was just when they brought in the. This was back in like early 70s. This was when they brought in the thing about you couldn't discriminate. So basically, this TV series was on a bus company. And this busman, he's getting angry that they've brought in these women drivers. He's angry that they've brought in these female drivers, and he thinks that basically they're bringing more in, and he thinks they're bringing more in, and basically all his wages are going down. His wages are going down because they're bringing more and more bus drivers in. So he tries to get them sacked, and what he does is he gets them all tea, and then he spikes all their teas with laxatives. So all these female drivers are every 10 minutes on the bus, they're literally having to jump to toilets. and the whole joke is that he spiked their tea, and it doesn't get them sacked. And right at the end, because he's done that, all the women are sacked, and that was the whole joke of it. He gets them all sacked. He's all happy, and then they offered him jobs as inspectors. So they've lost. The whole joke of that show is that they've lost. All the female officers have now become their bosses. All the female bus drivers they tried to get sacked have all now become their bosses. So it was taking the piss. Hello again, welcome back. Oh, I have an itchy nose. Ooh. This stream won't be on long tonight because there's a football match I want to watch. There's a football match I want to watch tonight. My football team are playing in America tonight at 10 o'clock, so it's nearly 7 o'clock. I want to make sure that I actually watch the match tonight because they are on tonight, and I've watched all their other ones. I had to stay up till 2 in the morning to finish a match the other day, which was amazing. But we lost 2-1. So I want us to win a match tonight, and I want the manager to actually play some players. But the problem is we have no players because everyone's injured or we don't have enough players, which, you know. But yeah, it won't be a long stream tonight, guys. We'll probably stream for like another half hour. I have a notification. Is this just going to be deceptive? I'm getting notifications about decepted server. What is it? Can I have a tool on my name? I'm confused. Oh, the little tool as in the little spanner. Are you talking about the little spanner? By the way, golden carrots are good food. I do have some somewhere, I think. Are you talking about the little spanner, GBG Bros? Yeah. How long have I been streaming? About an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, I don't... Basically, the spanner is a moderator, GBG Bros, and I don't give that out that often. I'm not giving it out anymore. I've given out a couple of moderators recently, and there's no point of giving that many out. If I give that many out, we'll have more moderators and people watching the stream, which there's no point. And plus, I don't really give it out to people that just ask me, because that's what I get at the moment. I get a load of people turn up who have literally joined the stream for the first time, and all they want, you gave out last stream. Yeah, but then I also took away someone's the other week. I also took away 2 people's moderators. I took away 2 because somebody in my stream basically would time people out for nothing. So I've given 2 out. I gave 1 out in the last stream, but I also took 1 away. But there's no point in giving too many. There's no point in giving too many out. When will you stream again? Probably tomorrow. Normally I stream daily. But yeah, there's no point in me giving ridiculous amounts of moderators out if we only get like 4 people. If we get like 4 people out, if we got 4 people in a stream, there's no point in having about 8 or 9 moderators. It's like I give someone and it's also as well, I get a lot of people at the moment who join the stream and then just say give me moderator. I'm like, I don't feel it's right to just give people moderated because they want it as well. Yeah, but I want to scream every day. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing though. I don't give mod out, literally. I've given a couple of mods out recently. I hadn't given a mod out in almost a day. I hadn't given a mod out in almost 5 years. I hadn't given a mod out. The last person I gave mod to was Decepted. Up until I gave a few people recently, I hadn't given a mod out since I gave Decepted one. Which... because I want to trust mods, and that's why I've picked a couple recently that I trust. But it's, you know, I have too many people that at the moment that comment just, can they have mod? There is nothing really with the moderation thing though. It's nothing special. You just have the ability to delete a couple of people's comments if you don't like the comment. But then you do have people that take it too far and delete comments which aren't deletable. Aren't deletable? What is that? Is that even a word? But yeah, like, oh, but yeah, I think there we go. Let's just eat a bit of food here. Perfect. Fantastic. Let's head this way then. So, I think we're going to stream for another like 20 minutes. And then we'll probably end the stream. Because I have other things I think I need to do as well. I want to plan out a short film to shoot at the moment, guys. I've got an idea. I got an idea for a short film. I just don't know what I want to shoot. What I want to shoot it with. A potato. I will shoot me short film on me potato. I just want to... Hold on a minute. Anyway, guys, I might actually end this. I think we'll end it now, actually, because I need to go and get something to eat. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.